let's hear it for Mr. Z one more time. Mr. Z and I used to work together. Who here knows what spherics is? Yeah, I know what it is. They suck. No, it's spherics. You do campground reservations. Yeah, I'll cheer for that. I was like, we already live in the woods. We're in Kaiser. Why the hell would we go to a campground? Like, my plumbing already sucks. I already take a bath in cold water and whatnot. No, he and I worked there together, and it was funny. We had this game because there's this thing where there's somebody at the end of the hall that's like a professional asshole that just listens to everything you say, and if you make a mistake, they're sitting there grading you, and their entire existence is based on being able to somehow lure that over you. Like, you said ain't instead of isn't. We're going to comment on that, and that'll affect your 10-cent raise in a year. Shit like that. We all have some version of that, right? I mean, for real. Anyway, that thing broke. So that woman just cannonballed her ass down to some other room to harass some other people, and that meant there was no one listening in on us making campground reservations. Nobody. Yeah. So, one of us came up with this game. I'm not going to say which one. It was me. And it was this idea of writing down a list of words that the other person had to fit into the conversation while they were making campground reservations. It was awesome. I remember Mr. Z sitting there going, well, if you're going to go to Yosemite National Park, you might want to get a haircut before you get there. There is some aluminum siding on the trees. Oh, you want to stay in the lower tent site? You won't be able to stay there till Kingdom Come. Yeah. For real. But the other thing, real quick, that he and I found in common, we found this guy that we made friends with really quickly. And his name was Eric, but we called him Nice Guy Eric. Because no matter what he said, he sounded like a super nice guy. Like a super nice guy. He was a few years younger than us, but I remember walking up. We had this other friend with us, Albert, and Albert had a girlfriend who was a giant pain in the ass. She was like a jello mold of a woman that just, she passed everything that was horrible on to him and just rode his ass all the time. So anyway, usually they're arguing at lunch. So we walked up to Nice Guy Eric, who again, everything he said, he sounded like such a nice guy. And we're like, hey, Nice Guy Eric, have you seen Albert? We've been looking for him. He goes, I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was outside arguing with some ugly-ass bitch. I was like, why are you still with that filthy whore when you're such a nice guy? Anyway, they were arguing over some type of Arby's sandwich, and he tried to tear it in half, and one half was bigger than the other, and he instinctively gave it to her. Well, then I saw her saying, what are you calling me, fat? And you knew goddamn jolly well that if he'd have taken the bigger piece, she'd have said, what are you doing? I'm the woman, I should have the bigger piece. There's really no winning with that filthy piece of gutter trash. Where are you guys going for lunch? I'd like to go. For real. It didn't happen kind of like that. It happened just like that. Are you guys ready for the next comic? All right, let's keep it going. This next young lady has been doing stand-up comedy up and down the East Coast, from here to D.C. to Alexandria to 1,006,000 other places. She's freaking awesome. Please welcome, a big Kaiser welcome, for Jennifer Cassidy!
You guys are all here. You're awesome. I'm your token female for the evening. Yes. I'm Jennifer Cassidy. I know you can't tell, probably, but I'm going to be 40 in just a few weeks. Yes, if you can tell, don't tell me. But I am old enough to know that Belle Biv DeVoe sings Poison. Yes. And I'm going to invite you to the sing-along right off the bat. Are you ready? And I can't sing, so bear with me. It's driving me out of my mind. Next line, guys. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. you're dead. Yes. Because that girl is poison. Yes, I got it. We got it. And I appreciate the really solid advice that this song offers men. What to never trust. Never trust a big butt and a smile. Yes, never trust a big butt and a smile. Got it. And it's true. That's why I have this flat ass and resting bitch face. Because I'm trustworthy. Yes. Yeah, they know what's up. You know what else they know? Do you remember? They know that the chick in that song is a loser. And how do they know? Me and the crew used to do her. That's how they know, right? Now, this song came out when I was like 14, and I don't remember giving this a second thought, but now I'm like, I'm gonna need some details. Yeah, so was this together? Was it sequentially? What about the poison? Did we forget about the poison? You guys are survivors. My goodness. But whose idea was this? Like Belle, Biv, Devo? Yeah, I'm gonna call your moms. I am. A few years ago, I have a little sister. And a few years ago, she had her first boyfriend, and he was a real punk. And I was getting really annoyed because I kept hearing him say, my mom's, and you want to go to the pool? I gotta ask my mom's, okay? So finally, I'm like, he doesn't even speak proper English. And she's like, you know, you're a real bitch. He literally has 2 moms. Yeah, and I don't like being wrong, so I was just like, oh. But I also think I'm funny, so every time I saw him after that, I was like, word to your mothers. So, another song that recently caught me off guard was Shoop. Yes, we've heard this 1,000 times, and all of a sudden I'm like, they're calling out the bow-legged man. That's the one they want? I'm like, that is a bone deformity. Like, I had to Google it. I'm like, what is desirable about the bow-leggedness? And if you know, I did not know, okay? We didn't have Google when I was 14. No. And it turns out there's this idea that maybe the legs had to adjust to accommodate a large D. Which is ridiculous because bow-leggedness develops as a child. Like, this is not a thing, okay? There was no child with a huge dick and it made their legs. No, it's not a thing. And I hate to break it to you, Salt, Peppa, Spinderella. It's most likely what it is a vitamin D deficiency. So, not the same thing at all. It's not. No, it's not sexy. It's rickets. Yeah, but very progressive for 1993, trying to make rickets sexy. Yeah. The year before, Cal Ripken had started his milk ads, and I really feel like they could have collaborated for the rickets awareness. Now, what would that sound like? You know what's coming. Ready, ready, ready? Ignore all of that, okay? Let's talk about milk. Let's talk about milk, lady. Let's talk about vitamin D. Yeah, and then Cal Ripken's part, like, if your son develops rickets, he can't play ball like me. That's what it is. Let's talk about milk and sunshine. Yes. You know what else has vitamin D in it? Eggs. And I got really excited that we could have, like, brought TLC in, and Left Eye could have worn her egg glasses, but then I was really disappointed because I remembered that was a condom. She never had egg glasses. I was just too young to know that was a condom. Yeah. My life is a real mess, and I thought that maybe you guys have seen the Japanese lady, the Marie Kondo. Yes, yes, and she has a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Yeah, and I saw that, I was just already annoyed. Like, you could change your life if you just tidied up. No, I don't think it works that way. I have figured out a much better system of tidying up your house, and that is get a puppy. Yes, because a puppy will chew up, piss on, or poop on everything you think you love. And suddenly, all the things you think you need to keep are going in the trash. Yes. I have also figured out what the classic recipe for puppy smell is, and that is mostly urine. Yeah. But I will still wrestle him and tell him, oh, you smell like a puppy, even though I know it's mostly urine. He's really super cute, but the cats still win because I've never had a cat mess on the floor and then roll in it while I was trying to clean it up. Or step in their poop and then bat me in the face because they want to play. But the dog torments the children very well, so he gets points for that. I guess that evens out a little bit. My stepson recently turned 20, and last year he joined the Army and got married. And so I want to speak directly to him for a second. If you end up seeing this on YouTube or something, I want you to know that I'm very proud of you. I know that you don't think that I'm very funny, but you used to. Yes. Do you remember the time that you discovered masturbation and I changed the pronunciation of your favorite meal? I was like, what do you want for dinner tonight? You don't like stroganoff, do you? No, you don't like stroganoff. No. But that is one of my favorite jokes, and thank you for inspiring it. That's what I want to say to him. Now, a funny thing about when you start doing stand-up, once in a while people will try to tell you their favorite joke, and a lot of times they'll say, you can use that if you want. I won't mind. So this part is called, I'm allowed to use this if I want. They won't mind. Okay, so this happened, I've only been doing stand-up for a year. This has happened 3 times, and the jokes have gotten progressively better. So the first guy said, do you know what a horoscope is? And I'm like, oh, whatever. And he's like, it's like a telescope, but it can only see your mom. I was like, yeah, that's great. I'm totally gonna use that. Never. The second guy, it did make me laugh. I like this one. He said, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to this cock. Yes. And I was like, why did I never hear that before? That's excellent. Very good. And what made me think of this bit is that just a couple days ago, man in the grocery store holding 2 cans. Honey, what is the difference between chickpeas and garbanzo beans? And I'm like, they're the same fucking thing. And he's like, really? Because I've never had garbanzo beans on my face. You can use that if you want to. Yes. Stolen. Done. Well, thank you guys so much. And happy Valentine's Day. And I hope everyone who wants them as bad as Trump wants that fucking wall.